Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Now today, diving into some market updates and really talking about the pullback that has happened. A ton of things happening in the crypto market and a ton of uncertainty. But let's dive into this article here. Crypto witnesses over $400 million in liquidations as Bitcoin corrects to 40,000. Let's dive in here to see what this article is talking about. Crypto markets are witnessing a massive surge in liquidations amid Bitcoin's correction down to a key psychological level. The latest data from the crypto data aggregator CoinGlass shows that 119,302 traders were liquidated in the last 24 hours due to the tune of $409 million. Huge. So Bitcoin dropped to as low as 40,300 on crypto exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. Bitcoin has slightly bounced since then. And right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $41,084.99. So it's still within range. But looking at here at this article, Ethereum traders were also hit with the cascade of liquidations, taking losses of more than $80 million. Meanwhile, the rest of the crypto market saw about $70 million in liquidations. So what they're saying is Credo Crypto, which is an analyst, says Bitcoin will erase its losses in the past day in a V-shaped recovery. The trader noted that the uptrend will likely continue en route to hitting the target of $60,000. Now, I don't know how accurate this is. Let me scroll in a little bit. This is just my opinion. I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be this is a 4-hour time frame. So he's on the 4-hour time frame. That's kind of a big no-no for me, especially when you're talking about a market as volatile as the Bitcoin, or I would say crypto markets, but I would say Bitcoin in particular. That, this asset is very volatile. So to be on the 4-hour time frame, it's almost like, what are you looking at? Like, how do you even track on the 4-hour time frame with ease? Like, it's not even anything that I would recommend anyone doing. I would say don't go lower than the daily because you could go to the 4-hour, but I would say that's more for entry, not when you're talking about a directional bias, because there's a lot going on. As you can see here on the 4-hour time frame, a lot going on. So, and that's just my 2 cents. The fact that he's on the 4-hour, kind of, I'm like, but we can even take a click here real quick to see what he's talking about. Going to Credible Crypto. I do not see this being a good indicator for a directional bias when we're looking at these markets. Like, you're on too low of a time frame. Even on this one, he's on the hour time frame, guys. The hour time frame. You cannot do this with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is too abrupt. It moves too fast to be on an hour time frame. Like, it's too much going on. It's just too much. And that's just my 2 cents, guys. I'm sorry, it's just my 2 cents. But that's just my opinion. I don't even think you can give a good analysis on the 4-hour, and it's even difficult on the daily. We can look at it right now. Let's take a look. We look at the 4-hour time frame with our technicals. Look, what the heck? So many candles, so much going on. You can't really, you see it's an uptrend, cool. I mean, you can see here maybe, but for overall directional bias, I mean, when this happens, this looks nothing but bearish. It broke the low point here, and I'll just do this off the cuff, guys. I don't typically do 4-hour analysis, but we're going to do it just for you today. It broke a low here. This low was broken. Now, when that's being said, what's the next low? The next low is, I would say, it wouldn't be, I mean, you could say 38. Maybe, let's say 38. Yeah. So about 38,000 psychologically would be the next low. That would be the next level of support on the 4-hour time frame. You go to the daily time frame, you see, oh, there is another level of support, but it ends up being 38 as well again. But you can clearly see that we're pulling back. Like, it's a clear area right here. You can see we got 3 touches right here, and it's clear. You can clearly see that daily time frame. The weekly's even clear. On the weekly, you got 1 candle, and you also have this moving level of support, which is this trend line that we have. We have 2 touches, and we're waiting on the final touch of this trend line. Okay, that's the final touch. So we see here, okay, we really need to pay attention to 35,000. The daily does give us, I will give credit going down. I will give credit to the daily. Okay. The daily does give us 38,000. Okay. Which is fine. But the next level after 38 is 35. You cannot see that on the 4-hour time frame. So I don't, that's just me, guys. That's just my 2 cents. Stay on the higher time frame so you can see what's going on. So when things like this happen, you're not blindsided, okay? Because if you're just paying attention to the 4-hour time frame, you will probably get wrecked. And that's probably why a lot of people got wrecked, because when you're paying attention to these low time frames, like the 2-hour and all this stuff, these candles are too massive. Like going to the 30-minute, there's too much going on, guys. There's way too much going on to be and the spreads when you trade, particularly crypto assets, when you trade on leverage, the spread, you gotta be right. You can't just be half right. You gotta be right just to cover the spread. So there's a lot going on here, as you can see, and I don't recommend going to these lower time frames, and that's why we don't. We stay on the daily and the weekly when we're talking to you guys about analysis, when we're going over crypto analysis, guys. So that's just our 2 cents. I would stay far away from anyone that does go lower. I don't think it is beneficial to anybody to go lower than the daily time frame. But going on to the next article, I went off on a little tangent there. Next article here, the biggest trader still waiting on the sidelines as crypto launches most hated rally. According to Melton Demirs, never heard of that before, but crypto strategy officer of market intelligence firm CoinShares says that blue chip traders are still waiting in the wings as crypto launches its most hated rally. So what he's saying here is there are a lot of different factors that buyers are pricing in, but big traders, the macro desks, they haven't started buying yet. There's still a lot of institutional investors waiting. And for me, the big leading indicator is when retail is back. That's when the dog coins start running. That's when they start seeing the meme coins start really rallying and really moving. That's pretty much what they're saying is an indicator. And that's a good take. I never really thought about that. That is a good take. When you think about what happened the past 2 bull runs, you'd have these random meme coins start, like Dogecoin. Dogecoin would immediately just start running. And when Dogecoin start running, all the others start running, but no one was paying attention to the others because everyone was so focused on Dogecoin. The people, how you know we're in a bull market is when people that aren't typically investors, people that aren't typically into crypto or aren't typically into any other streams of making income or creating wealth are starting to get in or really starting to take interest. That's when you know. That's when you'll really know. So before, that's something that, when I read this part, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because you have people that aren't even in the space start talking about it. Okay. That's when you know, because then all that money's going to FOMO in. But by then, the big guys are already in, and they're going to get in, run it up, take their profits, get out. And then by that time, everyone else is trying to trickle in, and they typically get dumped on. That's pretty much what happened with Dogecoin. Everyone's saying it could go to $1. I know a guy made, I think he made about 200,000. He's like, but if it goes to $1, I'll be able to make $1 million or something like that. And I think it was at 20 cents or something crazy. And it was at 200,000, didn't take it out, and it rallied up. It rallied up to 70 cents. And he almost hit his target, and it pulled back. It pulled back. It didn't reach $1. It pulled back. So we'll see what happens. This article is also saying 2022 was a bad year for us. Not a great start. Starting in June and going through the end of the year with FTX, a lot of bankruptcies, failures, and outright fraud. We just had the final shoe drop with Binance, and we saw an announcement with CZ, the founder of Binance, settled with the SEC. As we look ahead, I'm calling this the most hated rally. We're going into the end of the year. Everyone's tired of hearing about crypto, but baby, we are so back. The total market cap of crypto assets October 23rd was 1.6 trillion. It's currently sitting at 1.06 trillion. It's currently sitting at 1.6 according to TradingView. So really, I think that I get what they're saying, the most hated rally, because a lot's going on. But I don't think, and this isn't a popular opinion, I don't think that we're out of the woodwork yet. I don't think that we have reached that point of, oh, that was the bottom and that's it. I don't think so, but we'll see. We will see. Taking a look at CoinMarketCap, we see Bitcoin pull back. There was a lot of FOMO, guys. There was a lot of FOMO when Bitcoin hit 47,000. I was getting all these messages saying, oh, see, you were wrong. See, it's over. See, the bear market's over. And I'm like, guys, watch. Just watch. And we saw that big explosion. People were FOMOing in. That's it. And then we had the pullback. So we'll see. You know, I'm not sold that this is the bull market. We got some greed. It says the fear green index is at 80. And yeah, I'm just not there yet. XRP sitting at 61 cents, looking pretty healthy. Solana, I think Solana's going to be that one that goes to 1,000. And I'm not even like a big Solana fan. You guys know this. You guys know my picks. Like, I'm not even like super bullish on Solana when it comes to like a tech standpoint. Solana's one of those where like, it's gonna, know it's gonna moon. And whether you hate it or love it, it's going to moon. And that's pretty much my stance on Solana. Dogecoin sitting at 9 cents, fairly healthy. And sitting here looking at, want to see where H-bar is. H-bar sitting at 6 cents. So still, a ton of opportunity, guys. If you're dollar cost averaging in, like we've been saying, there's still opportunity. It's not over. It is not over. I do think there's going to be a bit of opportunity here. Looking at the technicals a little bit at with Bitcoin, I do think we have a healthy pullback to this level. I'm actually going to make this red just so everyone can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to make this red because this is going to be a key level. Whenever it hits, like I'm not saying it's going to hit tomorrow, but wherever it hits on this trend line, it's going to be big. That's going to be the deciding factor, in my opinion, when we hit this. Whether we hit it up here at 36, whether we hit it down here at 30, I think that this trend line is going to be it. And this is the daily time frame. It's even cleaner on the weekly. So it's going to be a minute. But I do think that's going to be it. Like, this is going to be the tell-all where we're at right here. This is going to be the tell-all about where we head. And that's pretty much where I am looking to, really make a decision on the bag, dumping in or staying out and riding it down. That's pretty much what I'm doing and what we're doing here at Clockwise Crypto. So I definitely wanted to note that. I'll make it red so everyone can see this is what we're waiting for. And we've been pretty open about that, waiting on that level. So you can see it real good on the daily. It's even more clean on the weekly, less congested on the weekly, of course. But this is what we're waiting for, waiting to see when we hit this trend line again, so we can really decide what is going to happen. We have 2 touches that are circled here. You can see the 2 touches here that are circled. One more touch, that's the deciding factor. Are we gonna bounce or break? So waiting on that. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum actually has this too as well. Want to see a bounce or break, and that's going to be the tell-all sign for us. But definitely wanted to hop on here and connect with you guys. You guys see what we're doing here in crypto. Got a couple projects we're going to be talking about. A couple sponsors on our channel that are going to really give you the framework and give you an idea about, the future. And, one of them is really a cool project that I think is a sleeper, that I think is going to be one of those, Clockwise Crypto talked about that. I think you're going to see that, and really excited to cover them, but also really excited to see the continued growth in this industry, guys. Very excited to see that, guys, and really hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.